Let me just say this much. Markets go up and markets come down. It's coming down. We're on a depression right now. A recession is 2 quarters of declining growth.
Right.
But a depression is suboptimal growth. So you could have, let's say that your GDP should be 4%, but you're operating at 2%. That's a depression. People don't know history. Is that what happened on September 17th, 2019? There was a crash in the repo market. The average person has no idea what the repo market was. That what happened in 2021, so they pumped up. So the last time there was a crash in the repo market was 2008. So I'm sitting here in 2019, September 17th, it's like, my God, the repo market crashed. And then a few months later, COVID appears. I went, oh my God, here it is. Only reason I buy Bitcoin is I don't trust my government. I don't trust the Federal Reserve Bank. I don't trust the Treasury. I don't trust basement Biden, and I don't trust the stock market. Now, if you trust all 4 of them, have a good life. I have gold, silver, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a bet against the government. I'll say this one more time. If you study Marx, a central bank is essential to communism. That's the Fed. It's the 3rd central bank we've had. It came into existence in 1913. In 1913, the Fed was created, so was the tax department in 1913. Oh, coincidence. The average guy has no idea that happened. The other thing about Bitcoin is my basis is $7,000.
Meaning you were buying Bitcoin at $7,000.
Yeah.
It was at $7,000.
So always remember, your profit is made when you buy, not when you sell. So do I recommend people buy? I think Bitcoin's around 40,000 today as we talk. Would I recommend it at 40? No. But at 6, I would.
So you just wait for it to crash?
Of course. Buy low, sell high. But I never sell. I borrow out. You see, if I'm trying to think tax law, English common law, and Amsterdam was corporate law. So what happens is, let me give the same example. I buy Bitcoin or a property at $1 million, property, understand? It goes up to 10. I'll borrow it at 5. That fell $5 million. I still have the property. I haven't sold it. I have no taxable event because I didn't sell it. So that $5 million is tax-free because it's debt. You see, debt is the key. And guys, oh, I live debt-free. I mean, you're a stupid monkey. That's what it means. You've just been a puppet on a string taught by school teachers and financial planners and all these guys who know nothing about money. I don't give financial advice because that gets me in more trouble. I just tell people what I do. I own gold mines that I took public. So, you have stocks. I said, yeah, they're my stocks, idiot. I own silver mines. I don't trust frickin' Chinese. I mean, because my gold mine in China, they took $1 billion gold mine. I was a billionaire for about a year. And the Chinese said, oh, thank you very much. But that's why I know about the Uyghurs and all this stuff, that they have the Belt and One Road project. My friends in Hong Kong, they think that COVID came about because they wanted to find a way to stop the Hong Kong riots.
Really?
I mean, those are all opinions, but I can't really prove all that stuff. I just would rather have the gold than the gold mine now. And I've owned silver mines in Argentina. I made fortunes off of that stuff. But my stock, I take companies public. I don't buy stocks. Now that takes education that you don't get in school. But my best thing I say to young people is this: you have the most powerful tool ever created for an entrepreneur. It's called an iPhone, or what the Korean version of it. You have the most powerful tool, but it can also be used against you if you're not educated. See, if you believe all that stuff on your phone, I think one of the biggest things that goes against a school teacher is YouTube. I find the best teachers on YouTube. They're not, they teach because they want to teach, but some of them are crooks too. But you got to know the difference. And so I think YouTube is fantastic, and I'm on YouTube constantly. So you saw me take off my headsets and all this. I go to sleep with YouTube on, but I choose my teachers wisely. I listen to guys who hate each other. This may sound strange, but Peter Schiff hates Bitcoin. He's a good friend of mine. He's a gold guy. Then I listened to Michael Saylor and all these other guys who are Bitcoin guys. So I just listened to the 2 points of view because in between there is something I can take away. Mm-hmm. But I don't listen to just one side. That's why I said when I was in 9/11 or 9/13, I was in Istanbul talking to Muslims. I said, I want to find out about your religion. Because I was told what I was told as a Marine. Mm-hmm. You know, the Crusades and other infidels and all this crap that we're taught as Marines also. And I said, you guys are good people. They're good people. But then I listen to guys like Jordan Peterson and all that who are more in my channel, you know, my wavelength.
Yeah.
But the reason I said to young people, you're given the most powerful tool ever given to any generation. It's called that iPhone. Everybody want to call it. But you have to be careful how you use it. Be careful who you listen to. And that's all there is. I mean, you can use it to get really rich, or you can use it to get really stupid. And so everything's opposite. There's always two sides, there's three sides to every coin. Heads, tails, and the edge of the coin. And I stand on the edge. I said, well, it's boom and bust and all this. So, you know, when Bitcoin went down to 3,000, I said, well, if it goes to zero, you know, I said, no, it went to 6. And I started buying. It hit 7. I backed up the truck. At 9, I put it in. So he said, well, is Bitcoin going to crash? I said, I don't give a shit. Because your profit is made when you buy, and you make more money in a crash. And I use debt. So it's opposite of a 401k.
So a crash is good for you. A crash is good for you.
It depends on the person. You know, if Neiman Marcus was having a sale, everybody'd be in there. Neiman Markup, you know. If they raised all the prices, who would go shop there? Nobody. So,
well, unless you're giving a whole bunch of free money, right?
But anyway, everything is opposite. There's always three sides to a coin: heads, tails, and the edge. And intelligence is found at the edge. And our trouble with opinion is you have to take a side. If you study history, in 1974, there was an act called the ERISA Act, Employee Retirement Income Security Act. That led to a thing called the 401k. And that was in 1974, just after Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, and then the economy could boom through the stock market. So do I own any stocks? No, because I'm not a communist. I am a capitalist. I don't have to buy stocks. I invent my own. That's what capitalists do. I borrow money. The more money I borrow, the less tax I pay. So what happens? So let's say I own a commercial building. I buy it for $1 million. It goes up to $10 million. Most guys would sell it. The moment you sell, let's say, a basis of 1 million to a basis of 10, I have a $9 million capital gains. So instead of selling it, flipping it like those flippers do, I don't flip, I don't sell. See, the moment you sell, as you know as an attorney, you've now executed a capital event, a taxable event. So what I do is, let's say I buy a property for $1 million, it goes to $10 million, I'll borrow out 5 tax-free.